You ready for school? Big step. Doctoral school. A doctorate education. Are you going online? Are you going in person? Either way, here's some tips. If you're going online to earn your doctorate degree, make sure that you understand all the resources in the platform. Make sure that you understand how to access the Writing Center, how much time you get in the Writing Center, how often you can submit your paperwork to the Writing Center. Make sure that you understand your professor's office hours, learn your professor's character, expectations. Make sure that you understand how to find additional resources as far as what type of educational platforms does your school offer for you as a resource. So does your school offer a resource, a paid resource to ProQuest? Where are you going to get your articles from? Where are you going to get your articles from? Does your institution offer like study groups or webinars that you can access so that you can get a better idea about the writing process? Because writing a dissertation is so much different than writing an essay or a report of sorts. It's just a different process to find that scholarly approach to writing, the academic approach to writing. And so what are your online resources and what is expected of you? Are you going to have to do a discussion question every week and reply to at least 3 people per week in the discussion question? How can you go about building a network of support? Because when you do a dissertation or you go to school for your doctorate degree online, you're kind of working by yourself. You're really kind of working by yourself. And the only thing that's holding you accountable is your assignments. If you're in those 8 to 12 week classes, the only thing that's holding you accountable are those assignments that you have to turn in. Outside of that, no one is meeting up at the coffee shop with you. You're not expected to sit in the classroom, be there by 5, and no one's taking attendance. And so when you do an online degree, especially for a doctorate, you have to find people to support you and to hold you accountable. You have to, even if it's other people within your program and you guys get together and have a weekly study session to talk about different topics and different struggles, it will help. It will help you to be successful. If you have, sometimes on Facebook or different platforms, they will have a particular group for a school that offers online instruction or online degrees. They will have an identified group of people who have gone through the process, who's there to help you, who may help you find resources when it comes to editing and things of that nature. So find those groups. Go and find those groups because that will be very helpful as well. You are able to ask about different professors, different dissertation chairs, different organizations or processes or resources, that can help you be more successful and less stressed. There's going to be stress in the whole process is going to be stressful, but you can manage your stress if you reach out and find resources that are there for you in online programs, and you can be successful in those particular platforms. But you have to be held accountable, and you have to hold yourself accountable. Even if you set up a calendar for yourself and make sure that you're on task and doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. In a later presentation, I'll talk about dissertation chairs and how to work with different dissertation chairs and things of that nature. But if you're not there yet, then my tip to you is just make sure that if you're on an online platform, you hold yourself accountable by finding a network of people who will hold you to a certain standard and expectation of producing work. Okay? If you're in an in-person institution, that's going to be a little more stressful. You may have some built-in supports as far as being held accountable by your classmates because you have to report to class once a week or so on and so forth, once every other week, however your schedule is built up. But you too have to be accountable because when you're not around those classmates and you're immersed in your work schedule or home schedule, you have to be held accountable. You have to step away and go to the library or go to the coffee shop somewhere where you know that you can get things done. And that's going to be so very important for your success, as well as what are the resources that that institution has for you. You know, what resources are available for you to be able to go and do research and pull articles and not be charged for it? Is there a writing center that you can use? And if so, how often can you submit your material to the writing center to get feedback? Okay. Get to know your chair, get to know your professors, because you're going to need people on your dissertation committee. You're going to need a content expert. And so get to know your professors. Online, get to know your professors and ask early, because for you it's going to be a little bit more difficult to really build those relationships to find a content expert. So on your dissertation committee, there has to be a content expert, and that content expert is someone who is familiar with your study. And so I will talk about that a little more in a future presentation and get together, and give you some more information about that for sure, because that's going to be very, very important to understand. And you may want to have more than one, because people come and go. You know, people come and go. And everyone's doctoral journey is going to be different. The time frame is going to be different. And so people come and go. So you always want to have a backup plan, a plan B for a content chair or anyone else that may be needed on your committee. Okay. So that is it for now. I just wanted to give a little bit of information, a few tips for you out there who's pressing through. Keep at it. It'll come to an end at some point. And I'll talk to you soon.